All right, we're back over in the Earner Plus side of things now. Let's wait for some others to get over here, and then we will continue on. All right. Get my stuff. How do y'all like the new background, huh? I love it. I think it's super cool. Maybe I'm easy to please. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Okay, so we were, let's see, Crypto B. I'll give everybody a minute to get in here and just say, hey, I'm here. Let's go. Let's do this. Sorry I didn't come over here earlier. I get so into things, right? And I just struggle with moving over earlier. I need to do that. Or just don't and just stay in Earner Plus, I guess. I don't know. All right. Yeah, cool background, huh? Yeah, it's sweet. I love it. And then my new mic. This thing, though, picks up everything. Like, it's going to be rough this summer when I've got the kids home because I'm not sure how I'm going to keep them all quiet. Luckily, it's the morning. They'll probably sleep in, ideally. So yeah. Let me see. Let's go to the Discord really fast and just let everybody know. Oops. All right, there we go. Okay. Okie dokie dokie. Robinhood linked to TradingView. I don't think they do. I don't have it linked. If they do, I don't have it linked up. We can Google that, I suppose. Not the Zelle. Oh my gosh. Nope. Yep. They don't do it. Didn't think so. Yep. It looks like there might be some other things you can try to do, but I'm not worried about it. I don't really care, to be honest. It would be fun to be able to do like the whole, like setting this stuff right, and I think it would be fun to be able to do. Like what you see other traders do on like Forex and stuff, where they have the line and they're moving their stop loss, they're moving their trailing stop loss, and they're moving the lines, and it goes ding. That would be fun. That'd be really like fun suspense, like casino style stuff. That would be cool. But no, I do it all. To be honest, I'm never on my computer. I don't do this when I trade. I do this. I do everything on my phone. I've got TradingView pulled up on my phone. I've got the same thing you see here is on my phone. So when I put a line for orb or whatever on my phone, it goes over to my account here. So I don't use my laptop to trade. I honestly hardly ever use it to even watch charts. Sometimes I'll do it if it's like an intense day, but I'm going to trade everything from my phone, and I'll just swipe back and forth, literally. Like from my TradingView, and then I'll swipe over to Robinhood and just like like literally that's what I do. So I know it's crazy. Yeah, this is what I do. I like it. It works for me. I've got several portfolios in Robinhood as well. One is just like an options side only, so I have a little bit over there to play options, and then I've got my shares side, and I've got other things with like Fidelity and whatever, but different platforms. Yep, VPN. Yep, I use TunnelBear as my brand. I've got the VPN in all of my devices. Yep. So it gets a little confusing because sometimes my computer will all of a sudden be like, or my iPad or whatever, will be like, oh, you can't access Amazon. I'm like, what are you talking about? Can't? Oh, that's right. I'm in Cambodia today. So I had to change my VPN around because it roves. So yeah. Yeah, TunnelBear is my, I'll show you. I've been using them for a while. Probably 3 or 4 years. They're okay. It's not turned on right now, but yeah, they're good. I don't mind them. They have a lot in Europe. So, there's another one I was going to go with. I forgot who it was. I don't know. There's a bunch of good ones, but TunnelBear has seemingly good reviews from what I can find. If you find that TunnelBear is crappy, let me know in the Discord. Anyway, let's get through some stuff. TMF is still kind of running. Hit a little block here, but we're still going. And gold is nicely. IWM is kind of flat at this point. So as yields go up, small caps get hit. It's like, and that's what IWM is, a small cap. It's like, how do you word this? Just small caps just don't do well with higher yields as treasuries drop. Just kind of how it goes. Oh, I just got notified that Katos Defense, KTOS, is popping a bit. All right, sweet. Man, TMF, I'm up 134% today. That's a nice day trade. I'm gonna watch that. Make sure I might if I can hit $100, I'll sell right there. But we're pushing it. Volume's dropping. MACD starting to kind of turn. I don't know. I shouldn't be greedy. Let's just keep my 70. So, what do we want to cover, guys? We got a little bit of time since I ran too far on the main channel. How do you identify stop loss and I'm assuming you meant target price or take profit level drawing out in your chart? Well, let's go with like weird stuff. What do you want? Let's pick. Let's do Amazon. Well, actually, let's do ARM. ARM did a huge move today. And I called ARM out, ARM. I called that one out probably 3 weeks ago, near their earnings. And I said, I believe ARM is going to be the next one that runs well. And everyone was like poo-pooing me. I'm like, okay. Well, folks, ARM is now up 24%, $50 in just this week alone. I warned you. Trying to scalp SPX. Oof. Bro, you love pain, man. You love pain. I don't want to use that one. I'm going to use this one. Amazon. We're just using this one for some fun. So we already drew orb out earlier, right? We identified the breakout right here, confirmation breakout, and Mo's little up, sideways up movement. So we would have opened up a call. Let's just say right there. Okay, we've gone for 262 call with a stop loss. Where do I put my stop loss? I personally, from using orb, I like my stop loss at the orb line or maybe a little bit below. Give me some room. Something like this. don't worry about the decimals, like stop 2.30, all that crap. Don't worry about that. I don't want to move too much. It depends on what chart you're doing, what stock you're doing. Is this stock known, like Tesla, to move $1 in a flash, or is it a bit slower? I mean, are you playing Rivian? Are you playing Walmart? That kind of thing. That's going to depend heavily on where your stop loss is too. In this scenario with Amazon, we can easily move $2 or $3 in a candle, like right here, right? So I would put the stop loss down probably with this scenario, this setup. I see 2 here, 2 here, 2 there. So I'd split it, and I'd probably go right here in the middle on this candle, somewhere like right there. I'm basing this entirely off the structure of that price action for that day, for that stock. I don't use a percentage necessarily. I don't want to be, if I'm going to be doing like a whole dollar move, that can be $75 loss right there, right, per contract. So it's going to depend on the day, but I might move it up to maybe here, so it's right where this candle is and this one is. So I like to look for support resistance blocks within a chunk that has just happened and aim for that. I'm not worried about that today because our EMAs were just crazy off the market, or off the chart, off the chart today. So this one, I wouldn't worry too much about. I mean, right here, I suppose you could be like, well, it could turn. Yeah, it could. It could have turned, but you wouldn't have entered right here. You'd enter up here because that's what Orb says to do. So, don't worry about that. All right, so then where would I take my profit? Well, like I said, I usually like to go with a 0.5. This is 0.6, but 0.5 to 2. So when I said don't worry about the decimals, I just meant don't worry about the decimal, meaning like my stop loss is always at a 0.3 or a 0.5. I like to range at 0.5, but it will depend on how much that stock is moving for that day. So then 0.5 to 2. 2 just seems to be a nice block. It seems like whenever you're using a stock that has a lot of movement, 2 tends to be just like this. Look at it. I did 2, and now look, it topped out right around that 2 range, and then took back over around that 2 range. So for whatever reason, the system just likes to be around the 2 for stocks that have a heavy movement. So that's just what I've done. So, and you don't need to put these boxes up. I just like visuals. So that's what I do. So I'll do that, and then we'll swing this one out. And so, around the 2 is where I would take profit. Now, if we cut this down and we go back to, say here, and we play, right here, we tapped our profit box top end. It was tapped at this candle. Now, it ran a good bunch. We went from around 262 strike all the way up to 264 as a two-ish, almost $2.50 move, $2.25 move. That's going to be about $100, easily $100 move right there. So if you have like 3 contracts, $300, just take it. Okay. Could it move farther? Of course. But you just made $300 in 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30, in a half an hour. Keep that, So it dropped back down. You could say, I don't know, we still have more movement. And then it does. It moves back up, so you would have had more profit. Now here, on this red candle, I would have been like, ooh, okay. Is that a double top? Are we going to fall hard now? Now I'll take profit. Okay. That's safe too. You just made money on that, right? But as we see, now that we're live, it kept running. So your $300, let's say roughly $100 profit per contract here has now would be nearly 200, right? Up here. So that's where you go, not solely based on the box or candles alone. That's when you pull up the volume. We pull up our RSI, our MACD. I also have CCI in here, but I've got 2 RSIs. We don't need 2 RSIs. That's a bit excessive. So we have RSI up here, we have CCI right there, we have MACD right there, we have volume right there, we have our EMAs, we have our Mohs script. So on this point right there, this dotted line, start on top. We see the purple line starting to curve back up to the yellow. So that indicates on the CCI, or no, that's RSI. On the RSI, that would indicate more of a bullish movement. But we're not overbought yet. Here overbought, and that's why it sold off. And here overbought, sold off a little bit, but it still wanted to keep moving. So in this point on that red candle with this dotted line, upper movement on RSI. Let's move down here. We have, well, volume didn't really help because it was red, obviously. MACD, we have MACD slightly turning with the candles, but flat. Okay, it might have dropped down, but then we had the next green candle. All right. CCI is a new one. One of our members in the Discord, Mitch, he kind of told me about CCI, and basically it's just a really sensitive RSI with a larger movement. So it will start to turn and curve before normal RSI does, because normal RSI, relative strength index, is an average of movements. CCI is commodity channel index. And that one is it's more sensitive. Okay, so I have that one down here as well. So everything would have looked okay on this. Nothing looks like it's going to be dropping off the radar, right? So we kind of like move flat in here on the CCI and also on the RSI. So you could have stayed, and that would have helped you along with Mohs script to show you we're still moving up. Now here we've been flashed RSI overbought. We are definitely overbought. We're at 75. It's starting to shade in. So we have now hit shade, getting shade. At this point, if you're still in this, you're making bank. You've moved from a 263 strike all the way up to 265.50. You have 2 or 3 contracts on that. You just made some serious money. Let's see, what is that? 263 strike, 265.50. That's your, and as you go higher in the money, your Greeks get better and better and better. So averaging $75 a movement plus some IV change too, with it, which is Vega, right? We'll just average 75 times what I say, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 275 times 3. That's a $620 move right there. If you were to stay in this from the beginning of the orb all the way through. Now, granted, this is risky for sure. You could have easily dropped right back down, lost everything right here, these 2 spots. But that's where you got to just keep track of your other indicators, you know, and see, or risk it. If you have 3 contracts, sell 2, let 1 run, you know. If it's real time, how do you translate this into buying an option? Well, this is live. This is live right here. I'm not sure when you sent that comment. Sorry, I was just showing the earlier, but no, we're live right now. This is live. So how do you translate this into buying the option? Can you word that differently? Can we explain that a bit better? Not a bit better, but a bit more specific. You'd open up your option based on your indicators, based on your movement, based on the volume, based on the candle patterns, and how well your RSI is. Are we overbought yet? Are we sitting pretty? Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, yeah. So obviously, yep. So what I would do is I'd already be following my watch list already in here for Amazon, right? And I'd be saying, ooh, I like that movement. Okay, I might even open up for a quick little look. I might even open up Legend, just double tap on it, open up Legend, so I can get a quick view of the RSI and the MACD right here on the screen before I go to Trading View. And then at that point, I would already be in my options chain, right? And then I would be watching this. So as I see orb breakout happening, and I'm liking where I would put this profit loss box. At this point, our price action would be right here, right? This is where we would be. So I'm like, okay, I like this. Everything's looking pretty. I'm going to go for a call. All right, there's my confirmation. I like that. I'm going to go for a 263 call. I'm going to go to my thing. I'm going to swipe to 263. Oh, my bid ask spread is really tight. I like that. I'm going to choose 0 DTE or maybe 1 DTE for better Greeks and better theta, because theta is going to take your profit away. 0 DTE is the worst theta. Farther out, the better theta. Okay, so I'll choose today. I'll go to the strike I like, which in this case would have been 263. I'll tap on that. I like the price. I like the movement. I'll add my contracts. Let's say 3. Okay, you type in 3 or whatever you want, and you hit review and you hit swipe. Boom, done. And once you're in, now you're tracking. You can track it right there on your screen. You can watch what it's doing. You can watch here. If you're rising and you're going through, and you're like, ooh, this is great, this is lovely, I like this, I'm in the money, I'm making profit, you can go in and set a sell order. So go ahead and set a sell order, in which case, if it was to drop back down, you'll just sell off at that point. Yep, you pick a contract, well, you pick a contract strike, and then that's the price. The price of the contract is going to be based on that strike level, right? Oops, go away. So you would pick a strike price, and then this is live now. And then you would it's still running. This is crazy. It's up $6 today off of 0. Wow, that's nuts. You would then pick a strike price, and then you have your premium prices. And if the bid and ask are close, within a few dollars range, that's good. And so you would buy in on that strike price and run it from there. When you go to sell it, you just go to the top corner, or on the mobile app, it's the top corner, and it's I can tell you from exactly. You click on trade, you click on sell once you open up your option, and you'll do. Up in the top corner, it'll say limit order automatically. You tap on that, and then you have all of your options for market, stop loss, trailing, blah, blah, blah. And you go from there. You just set your order. You set the premium price that you want. So like my TMF right now, my TMF premium is at 0.67. So if I wanted to do a trailing stop loss at 0.65, I would just go in, I hit sell, and I would do sell and stop market 0.65. Swipe, and then as soon as it hits 0.65, it sells. And you do the number of contracts. So I've got 2 TMF, so I would do 2 contract 0.65 swipe, and then it'll sell at 0.65. If I want market, which means right now, you just do that. Okay, haven't learned option settings yet. Oh, okay. So I'm moving quick for you. I see. Sorry about that. Yeah, when he does ODTEs, those are contracts. Yes. Now he's using Thinkorswim, so his whole layout is, to me, immensely confusing because I don't use that platform. But he's also doing like 10 to 15 contracts at a time that cost, $100 more at a time. So yeah, he's moving some serious money around, and as soon as he gets into those contracts, he's pretty much already putting a sell order in and then adjusting the sell order depending on what he's seeing. So he's He's really fast. Yeah. Yeah. And then he does have that linked up to TradingView. So as soon as things are moving, it'll auto sell. That's why you hear the dings and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't do like, I do it all by hand. I can do it on like Robinhood and show you how to walk through it, but I'm slower because I don't use the browser. So I use it all in the mobile app. And I don't use TradingView linked up to anything. You can do paper trading on here. So like in here, you can set up just paper trading and do it through that. But that's going to be different than a platform like Robinhood. So on Robinhood, you pick your company, your stock ticker, you know, and we'll do Rivian, okay? Now I can also, I think I've done this before where I could always, yeah, I have some videos up of me actually just screen, like screen recording, walking through that. Oh, Rivian ran nicely today. And just walking through all of the taps and steps I do. But yeah, it's, for day trading, it's quick. It's very fast. Not day trading, 0DTE, like scalping, it's very fast. If you're going slower, it's a lot better because then you don't have to worry about being quick about it. And Orb technically isn't fast. Orb is going to be slower, but within 30 minutes to an hour. So you have some time. So yeah, we're a little different in what we do. I just like Robinhood. I've been using it since like 2021, and I'm just so fast at it. I don't have to think about where I'm going with it, so it's quick. Is there a specific question I can help you with when it comes to like buying an option or what platform you're using? For fun, I just went into Amazon Stock Robinhood app, chose option, and there is so many different options you can select. 345, 350. Yeah, how do you know which one to pick? All right, I'll walk with you with that one. This is Rivian, by the way. So Rivian would have been a really nice orb setup. Right here would have been confirmation right there. And then boom, by the way. I love Rivian. I don't even know why, to be honest. Like they don't even make money yet. They have a headquarters around here, and we see cars all the time. I've just got something with Rivian. I can't figure out why. I don't know. I'm just weird like that, I guess. Okay. All right. So let's go back. If we just talk about this, the 90s bubble, I mean, it's similar, but I don't think we're going to pop like it did. I mean, I don't know. It could. All right. So if you're using Orb and you're using the mobile app for Robinhood to do your options, okay, you're going to open up, and we'll walk through with you too. Okay, I'm in Amazon. Go to trade options. Now on the very top, you're going to have all of your dates today through all the different expiration dates. So if you want to do a 0DTE, which is today, you would just click on today. I can't, my mobile app. Here, I'll do it. I'll walk you through it on my Robinhood browser. It will look different than on the mobile app. Let me log in real quick. Let me just give you 1 second. Or you know what I can do? I'm just going to turn off my capture. We'll do that. It'll be different. It'll look different than in the browser, but we can still walk through the options chain. Then I can show you on the screen. On my phone, I can't, but. And I can always do a screen recording for you if you give me like a specific question, I can do like a screen recording for like 3, 4, 5 minutes and then post that video on my YouTube channel for you. All right, Amazon. Okay, now I can turn my capture back on. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, so Amazon's live. So here's your Robinhood browser, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your orb, right? We'll cut off a lot of that so we don't get confused. Go to your orb and you're like, okay, I like how this is going. I think this is gonna become bullish. And we'll choose, our price right now is, we just crossed 262. So I'll go 263 because that's the next dollar up. So if we're down here, right, it's saying 262, and I think it's going to go up because Orb says it's going to go up. So I'll choose a 263, hoping that it keeps rising. So we go over to Trade Amazon Options. And then we have buy. You click on the buy button, make sure it's highlighted. Click on the buy button, click on the call button, make sure they're highlighted. And it'll be the same exact style in the app. It's just going to look different. But you make sure you're doing buy, call for this scenario. Expiring. In the app, it'll say today. Then it'll have all these different dates on top. In this scenario, it's the box. Today, 0 DTE through all the different dates. If you're going to be doing the orb, you could do today, or you can do the next available, which would be Friday. It'll cost you more, but it'll be more helpful with better Greeks. So a little bit higher delta and lower theta. Theta is what takes your premium away, right? 0 DTE, the Greeks might not change too much with delta, but it will change more with theta. I can show you that here too. So once you have this set up and you think, yeah, 0 DTE is fine. Here's our price, current price. Let's go backward though. It was 262, okay? So you do the next one up, the next strike up. So in this case, it's 264.91. The next strike up is 265. Earlier today, it would have been 263. You just click on that, and then it opens up and it shows you your Greeks. Your delta, your gamma, your theta. Theta's high, wow. Vega is linked to IV, so don't worry about that too much when it comes to 0 DTE. You do want to watch theta, and you just want to make sure that your delta and gamma are high enough. Gamma and delta, add them together, okay? So 0.2 is 20, 0.47, 47, so 4, 5, 6. So you have $67 per $1 move of the stock, okay? And then theta is minus 257. So that means for every every day market opens, this is going to take away $257 of your premium. So if you're buying the premium at $75 and it's taking $250 away per day, well, you already have lost your entire premium if you hold it all day long and the price action does not go in your favor. If it goes flat all day long, you're already losing because theta is taking it away so quickly. If we were to pick a farther expiration, we'll go Friday for the exact same strike price. Yes, it's going to cost you a lot more, but our theta now has gone from 257 to 70. Much different, right? And if you go farther out, theta will get less and less and less. Now our gamma has changed a bit, but our delta did not. So now you're making $55 instead of 60, whatever it was, $65. So you're moving profit less per dollar, but you're also not getting eaten away nearly as fast. So your question, I think, was how do you choose a strike? Well, you simply need to look at the chart. In the prior example, 263 was our next stop for our strike. So you would pick 263. In this case, it says 264. Our next stop is 265. For call, you go on the upside. You click on that. You look at the Greeks. You're okay with it. You just click on the price. On the mobile app, it would be the exact same thing. You go on calls, and you click on the one that you want. It's the exact same thing. It's going to open up the same exact way. It's going to ask you how many contracts you want. This is the price you're going to be paying. Good for the day just means that you want it for the day, and if it doesn't execute, it'll cancel end of the day, but just leave it the way it is. It's fine. You hit review order, just like you would on the map. You hit review order. It goes to swipe. It goes to submit. Same thing. And you click submit or you click swipe. And then you go. Then you're on your way. That's it. And once you have it executed, you'll see it over in your dashboard, main dashboard, but you'll also see it in the Amazon, well, in this case, the Amazon dashboard. It would be down here. Now I have $6 in this because I have it in my watch list, and I don't own shares in this portfolio of this, so I have $1.50 of it. But you'd see it down here below this. You'll see your options box will pop up in this area down here. I do. I'll go back into it real quick and show you. Yeah, for limit market, I don't really care when I'm buying. Unless I'm going to set like an order and I want to hit at a certain price point, I don't really care as much. So yeah, I'll just do limit. And actually, on the browser, can you even? Oh yeah, you can. You can do market here. It doesn't matter to me when I'm buying it. Limit, market. If I'm doing a stop limit, that's different. That's going to buy at a price point that I'm not at yet. Right? So if I want to put this in and say, okay, we're going to buy these contracts only when it gets to a certain level, whether it be higher or lower, you use the stop limit. I rarely will do that. I'll use stop sell limit for selling a contract, right? A trailing stop loss, and so keep my profit as I go, or I'll use that for my stop loss. So when I'm selling, I'll definitely use the limit for selling. For buying, no, I'll just do either straight limit or market. It defaults you to limit. Come on now. It'll default you to that right there. That's fine with me. Market buy sells. Yeah, I don't care enough to do it. You can play with it for yourself and see what you like. Obviously, CryptoBee likes market. I don't ever change this. Because, you have 0.71 to 0.7 or 7274. 7. Well, see, it's changing a lot, so it's hard to follow. But for buying limit or market, to me, I don't even really care. I'd never change it at all. You can. Yes, Greeks are the foundation of options. If you don't know how the Greeks are going to move in your favor or against you, you're not going to understand how you're making profit or how you're losing. Yeah. In fact, if you go to my YouTube channel, click on the oldest. These are, when I first started my channel, this is all of my old videos. And I did videos on the Greeks. This is before I had my OBS and before I did, had better graphics and such, but not graphics, but different things. But you can, look at all my old videos. I've got covered calls, selling. I've got gamma and vega in options, theta, delta. So I've covered all of these. I'll probably need to remake them, to be honest, because these are all kind of long-winded. They were my first videos ever made. But I do cover them. And there's zillions of videos out there on Greeks for options. Manually sell it. Well, yeah, I'll put an order in. So once I have an option already chosen, purchased, and in there, you'll see it in your main dashboard, whether it be on your browser or your app. You'll see it rolling, and or if you go to the actual stock page, you'll see it down here underneath your, where your earnings are, and you'll click on it. I don't have it rolling right now. Actually, we can do this. I think it's probably time to sell this anyway. Let's just see what this is my TMF. Let's see what it's done. All right, I should have sold it a little earlier. So, okay. So here's TMF. I was playing it today. Here's my options. Here's what I've done. And yeah, I was at $82 earlier, so I've lost some money. So yeah, let's just get rid of this. I don't care. We'll do it now. 68 bucks at 130%. I'll take it. I mean, 80 would have been prettier, but it's okay. So let's just go ahead and do it. So once you have your options opened, you've purchased it and it's accepted and it's in, you'll see it right here. You'll go to your page or your dashboard and you'll see it all right here. All you have to do is simply just click on it. And it'll show you all of the details of your call or whatever it might be, and how your line graph has gone for the day. And here's the value. So I've got 2 contracts. Total is $120 based on 0.60. Here's my profit and loss, date I bought it. Here's my contract numbers. It's all right here. So we'll go ahead and sell this off. So it's telling me right up here that, if you don't scroll over here, it's telling me that my value is 0.60 per contract. So all I do, knowing I've got 2 contracts, is I'll go and click on 2 if you want to get rid of all of them, and manually put in, because I want to match 0.6. Now if I want to go higher, I can go higher. It may not go through. If you just want to get rid of it and be done, you go down to closer to the bid. So it just dropped. So we're gonna go with it. 0.59. It may not take it because it's higher, it's closer to ask than it is to the bid, but we'll try it. Good for the day is fine. And if we can sell it at this level, we'll make 66 bucks. So 2 contracts at 0.59, because I'm matching what it's telling me my value is worth. Review, submit, and we'll see if it takes it. Okay, has not taken it yet. It dropped again. So we have 0 of 2. Bid is 0.57. It's telling me 0.58. So we can come down here and you can see it's still sitting there. So we can replace. It's okay. Cancel, replace. So we're going to go 0.59. Came back up again. But we'll go ahead and do just 0.58. I don't mind. It's $1 difference. Not a big deal. 0.58 on the 2 contracts. We're sell to close, not buy. Buying is buying. We're going to sell our option. Review. Submit it. And it dropped again. So I do this on my phone and it's way faster. I'm not sure why it's moving all funny like that. It's like the bid keeps changing this. I wonder if we have low volume. Where's my bid ask volume? Well, volume's high. I don't know. That's strange. I want this to just get out of here. I want to show you what it looks like. Interesting. Yeah, every time I try to sell it, it goes like this. Normally this doesn't happen. As soon as you, oh, there it goes. There it goes. I may have been too hasty. I wasn't letting it sit long enough. So there it goes. You see that it says 0 of 2. Then all of a sudden it shifted around and now it just says contract sold. So I've sold both of them. And it says right here, here's your credit. So closed to credit was 113 back. And canceled those. So yeah, we made like 65 bucks on that. On the app, it's just way faster. The browser, it works. Obviously, it works, but it's definitely not. It's not as quick. I love the. It dropped every time I submitted it. Yeah, because the bid and ask were too separated. So as soon as I put one in, it went lower. It's just the way it happens sometimes. It wasn't, and we were fighting with this little dip down here on TMF. We were fighting with this. It was falling as I was trying to sell, and so as I would put one in, it would tick down. I put one in, it would tick down. So finally, when I just hit one and I let it sit, it ticked back up right here, and that's when it sold. So we were playing with it at the exact same time as the red candles were happening. So yeah, I could have easily. If I wasn't too hasty on selling it, I could have gone in and clicked on, you know what we'll do? It's going back up. Let's see. Can we do a little scalp on this guy? Let's see, is it worth it? Something else we can do. IWM. Jeez, Amazon. Yeah, you would have. Yeah, you easily could have done that in the sell section in the top right of that box. Yeah, you could have just put in like a stop loss or a sell order, limit order, and just typed in point. What we were at? We were point 0.58 or 0.6, and then reviewed it and gone, and then just left it, and then as soon as it dropped to that, it would have just sold off. Yeah. Yep, and then you could have set that a long time ago. Like even down here, if it was let's say it was 0.3, and I wanted to sell it at a 2x, at a 0.6, I could have gone over here and just put in limit order. It would say sell to close, 2 contracts at 0.6, right? Pretend this is saying sell. So then you would have reviewed it, gone, and then as soon as it hit 0.6, it would have sold off for you. So you have both sides. You can set an order to sell higher than your number if you're doing a call. If you're in a put, you can also sell it lower as far as the value goes or the market price goes. There's 2 ways. I like using the premium over the market price just because I want to know how much money I'm going to make or lose, right? So I go off of the premium prices, not the share prices. But you can easily pick market, you can pick limit, you can do stop loss. There's a few different ways to do it. They're all the same style. They're all the same idea. I don't really care to do a market. This one doesn't even have it. Buying market. But like here's your stop loss orders, trailing orders. It's all the same stuff. If you want a certain percentage, you can put like, I want my 20%, and then how many shares I have. This is shares, not options, but you can do a whole bunch of stuff with it if you really want to. There's a lot you can do. If you want to keep it simple, you just simply do limit. Then once you're in an option, you go to sell, and you just do a sell limit or a stop loss. It'll have both options. And then there's just a stop limit, it says. Same idea. Real simple. So I don't use market much at all. Like I said earlier, I use the limit. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I mean, I've been on for almost we're pushing 2 hours here, so should get going. Anything else you guys need me to say or cover? Kind of covered a lot. Sorry about my phone's going off now. Seems the market's kind of curling over. It's getting a little burned out for the day. Some stuff, not everything. So watch for that rest of the day. But yeah, you're welcome. I'll be back on Monday. I'll try to keep things more concise. I kind of was all over the board with stuff. Like I said, I don't really use Robinhood browser to do my trading very often. I use my phone. It's way faster. That's just me. So yeah. All right. Well, if there's nothing else specific, then we can. You always just tag me in the chats too. We don't need to cover it right now. Give me some ideas as well for Monday. We'll be back Monday at 10:30 Eastern. So if you have any ideas of things you want to cover, let me know in the inner chat. Just tag me, and then I'll keep a note, and we'll cover that. I'll try to pre-plan some stocks to cover for you if you have specific questions, or if you have like video ideas and you want me to cover, redo a video that's more specific instead of just watching me talk about things and using the screen more. Let me know. I'm open to ideas. I have this weekend coming up that I easily can record something over. This week's a bit busy after today till about Friday. But we have Memorial Weekend. Monday we're closed, markets closed Monday. So I'll be on Monday, but it won't be open. So we can cover some replay stuff, okay? So we'll see. Yeah, actually, now that I'm saying that, I might need to talk to Mo about that and see if he wants me to do 8:30 or do a different hour because market's not open. So I'll get back to you guys. You'll see me post it, the link, if with whatever he wants me to do. Because normally I would do it with the market open, but obviously Monday they'll be closed for Memorial Day. So yeah, I didn't think about that. So I'll see you about Monday, but you'll see the link. And we'll go with that, okay? Otherwise, Wednesday for sure. And like I said, give me ideas for videos. Give me ideas for whatever. I can even walk through, more specifically how to buy or sell an option. Actually, I have one. Yeah, right there. So go to my YouTube channel and just search my videos, how to buy a call or put in Robinhood. And I literally walk you through it. In fact, you know what? I'll do you better. There you go. I just posted it right there in the inner circle. You're welcome. So it's very basic. It's very straightforward. It's not a extensive video. It was actually for a different member. I forgot what her name was. She asked me just to make a quick video on it. So it's literally walking through what we just did. And I think I lost money in that video, but I kept one of the puts and it ran like $100. It was a Tesla. I believe it was Tesla. Yeah, I think it is. And the Tesla, it's Tesla. So in the video, I think I lost like 30 or $40, but I let one of those puts run, and it made me over $100 just after the video, unfortunately. But I did. I have a receipt for it. So, anyways, okay, I think that's it. I think we're good. TMF, yeah, good thing we sold off, huh? We sold that. IWM starting to curl down. Everything's starting to curl down toward the midday here. So, could be a good time for some puts, guys. So be careful out there. Yeah, tag me in the chats and give me some ideas for things you want to look at for videos or whatever you might want to do. And we will go from there. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. And I'll let you know about Monday. Just look for a link in the schedules. Okay? All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. I'm still on. Yeah, Sonia, for the 6-pack. Yeah, he puts a stop loss in. Exactly. Yeah, he does about 20%, just so you know. All right. Thanks.